If you've been feeling like your entire life has become a to-do list, like every moment needs a purpose, a metric, a result, I want you to hear something. There's nothing wrong with you. You've just been running on optimization mode so long you forgot there's another way. For most of our lives, we've been rewarded for productivity, for efficiency, for getting things done. Many women after 50 are hitting a wall they can't name. A quiet exhaustion that isn't physical. It's the exhaustion of treating your life like a project that never ends, of turning rest into recovery, joy into self-improvement, and stillness into something you have to earn. We were told that self-care means optimizing your morning routine, that wellness means tracking your steps and counting your macros. We learned to measure everything. We learned to monetize every skill. And we learned to turn every hobby into a side hustle. But somewhere in all that optimizing, something got lost. The freedom to just be. The freedom to walk without a destination, to read without highlighting, to sit outside and feel the sun without calling it meditation practice. What you're experiencing isn't burnout. It's an awakening. A quiet part of you is finally saying, I don't want to optimize my joy, track my peace, or measure my rest. This isn't about giving up on goals. It's about reclaiming the parts of your life that were never meant to be projects. The freedom you're craving isn't laziness. It isn't unambitious. It's human. And it's been waiting for you to stop performing long enough to feel it. Don't you remember how easy life used to be when we were younger? When we just lived and didn't worry about how many goals we were reaching, when everything didn't have a destination. Sis, the beautiful thing about living lighter is you don't have to make everything count, and you don't have to turn everything into something. You also don't have to justify a quiet afternoon or explain a slow morning, and you certainly don't have to give your walk a destination or your rest a reason. You are allowed to enjoy your life without turning it into a project. When did everything become something? Think about it. A walk became exercise. Reading became self-development. Cooking became meal prep. Rest became recovery. As if resting only matters because it makes you more productive tomorrow. Hobbies became side hustles. Free time became something to optimize. Even your quiet moments got a label. Mindfulness practice. And joy? Joy became a gratitude journal with 3 bullet points before bed. This is the trap. Not that these things are bad, but that somewhere along the way, we stopped doing anything just because it felt good. Everything needed a reason. Everything needed a return on investment. Everything needed to be measurable, even peace. Living lighter doesn't mean doing less. It means releasing the demand that everything you do must serve a purpose. Alignment doesn't track your steps. It doesn't time your meditation. And it doesn't grade your rest. It meets you on the bench you stopped at for no reason. It meets you in the book you read just because. It meets you in the afternoon you wasted and loved every minute of it. You're not moving slower because you're over 50 and in midlife. You're waking up to a life that was never meant to be a project. You're waking up to a life that is purposely and beautifully yours. Ladies, it's time to put down the clipboard or to-do list. The walk doesn't need a step count. The book doesn't need a takeaway. Read it as many times as you want and just enjoy the deliciousness of it. Remember, you have weathered the storms, raised families, endured loss, and loved the way only a Black woman can, with purpose, intention, and strength. Waking up to the realization that freedom is the natural progression of becoming an aligned woman over 50 is the sweet spot we've been waiting for. You don't need to optimize your way into a life you already deserve to live. If this resonated, please like this video and subscribe. It helps more Black women over 50 find this space. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you next Sunday.